pretty business-like attitude and kind of just took care of business, especially in the second half.
Yeah, this is definitely one of our most challenging games throughout the season, and we prepared pretty well, I would say, over the week, just trying to tell everybody what to expect. We know this arena is challenging to play in. There's a very loud crowd, and so we tried to prepare for, all of those things that we were going to have to face, and I felt like we were very well prepared for it. So.
We talked about this settling in earlier this week, and it seemed like you guys did that pretty well. You had those 2 threes in the first quarter. Do you think that kind of helped you personally settle in, but also the team?
Yeah, I think in an atmosphere like this, playing together as a team and staying relaxed, staying composed is a huge thing that I think we did very well tonight.
Cole, can you talk to us about the defensive effort, especially keeping the ball out of the paint for Montana? I mean, Carmen G-Feller, one of the best scorers in the league, and you guys held her pretty much in check. So what was the game plan coming in? How'd you execute it so well?
Yeah, obviously we knew she was one of the higher scorers in the league, and just to make sure we're staying active. And she's a physical player, so we were able to be physical back, because sometimes we don't really get that leeway. But I think we're just focusing on staying together as a group and a post group, especially because that was our job, and I thought we executed that pretty well.
Kola, between the first and third quarters, fast starts in both, just the difference. So the third quarters, you guys sustained that lead. What was maybe the difference between those 2 scenarios?
Honestly, probably just going into halftime and realizing okay, we're in this and we need to chip away right now, and just realize that we what we had going, and to keep building on that and not to let them come back with it.
What kind of urgency did you see from your group in just the third quarter? Because in this game last year, that was the quarter that kind of set you apart. It seemed the opposite was true this year. How did you take control in that stretch?
Either one.
For either.
I would say, in the first half, we realized the things that we were giving up and things we could do better. And so, halftime, the coaches did a really good job explaining to us the threes that we were giving up, the things that were hurting us, the most on the offensive end or on the defensive end for us. And so, just hearing that, we focused on those things during the third quarter. I feel like that really showed.
You both told me just in the last week that you expected Lexi to play really well in this game, and then she did. How nice was that to see for her?
Honestly, it's so fun to watch her, especially in this arena. She's got a lot to prove with her family playing here and just being from Missoula herself. It's just so fun to watch her, especially I love this game, honestly, for her.
I know that Grace was on your roster last year, but of course couldn't play in this semester. But I'm not sure if she traveled to this game with you guys. But for her to play in this environment for the first time, she looked really confident in everything that she did. Did you all see that also?
Yeah, I think Grace has been an amazing player to add to this team, and she brings another level of confidence that I think we needed. She helps us all, build our own confidence, and it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's just refreshing to play with a player like that. She's very fearless, and so
yes.
Having somebody who is fearless on your team, it makes you be we got this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's really nice to have her as a teammate.
Just to back her up on that too, I think her poise is something that helps us all, especially her being older and experienced, going to these other programs and playing there. She's bringing that, and she has a lot of intelligence that just helps us feel relaxed and calming in these moments.
You all have been a part of this rivalry for a long time, but you both kind of expect this to be your last year to win your final game here. How much does that mean to you?
It's exciting. Like I said before, this is one of our most challenging games throughout the season, and so obviously just ending off of something like this, it's exciting. But I'm also just looking forward to see what we can build off of from this game, and just to see what we can do based off of the things that we learned from this game and things that we did well.
Last questions for the players before we get Benford.
Darian, I guess just for you, the confidence that you have shooting that floater in the lane, you got to it a bunch of different ways, but it seems like, rising up for that one-handed floater, you got a lot of confidence in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely do. Are you asking me sorry?
Just why is that your go-to shot, and why was it working so well today?
Take my sweet spot.
Yeah, it's my sweet spot. I've put a lot of time everywhere on the court, but that's just, it's my sweet spot. I've always had a pretty good mid-range game for a long time since I was a kid, and so because I've worked so hard on it, put so much time into it, and I'm able to get to it quite often. It's nice to be able to have in my bag.
Anyone else?